We're shooting live from the mobile camera tonight, not the StreamYard and whatnot. Y'all know my disclaimer. I'm not a pastor preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. So please do not lay claims of those titles on me. We're not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement, or any type of privacy guidelines at all. Shout out to everybody who's going to join us live now, in the middle, and those who want to catch it when it uploads to YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the subscribers coming to the channel, everybody who's liking and commenting and things like that. Supporting the YouTube channel is greatly appreciated. And this here is another Let's Talk About It type of video conversation about, various topics and whatnot. And, tonight's topic, I posed the question to the public, for conversational purposes. This is only for conversational purposes. What does love, I forgot to put my disclaimer up there though. What does love mean to you? Let me know. You understand? And shout out to all my moderators out there. I definitely appreciate y'all work that y'all do on this YouTube channel. It's greatly appreciated, for sure. And all the supporters that come to this YouTube channel to tune into to the things that we talk about in general. You know what I mean? All right, what's up to what up to G Money? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. G Money, what's up to Jonah? He says a genuine concern and self-abandon of oneself and the bettering of another individual. Brother Jonah, shout out to you. At Jonah, what's up to Jamie Williams? Hope all is well. What's up to Drago? Shout out to you. Hope all is well at Drago. Sandra Williams, shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Mercy Call? He says, greetings to you, brother. Tony, and to all in the chat. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Also, a wonderful evening, or whatever your time zone is. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been, quite a little busy day over here in general, but we on the YouTube now, conversating with the people. What's up to M. Davis, Acts 2:38. You put salute back at you. Definitely appreciate that for you coming on here. In general, do remember those out there. Please read the pinned message at the top. Please read that. Please read it. Please read that. You understand? We're trying to have a mature conversation. We're trying to stay on the topic and things of that nature. Please read that. What's up to Robin Harris? Appreciate that. Edwin Scott, he says, still have no idea what it means, how to show it. He says, I was shown in various ways what people say is love. He says, but what does it mean? You put it. You said, but what doesn't mean it is right? He says, how certain people show it. I really don't understand the last part that you wrote, so I'm trying to reread it. You said, still have no idea what it means or how to show it, okay? He says, I was shown in various ways what people say is love, okay? He says, but doesn't mean it is right. Okay, now I got it. Now. He says, how certain people show it. Yeah, like family members, huh? So-called friends. Yeah, What's Mercy called? Oh, you wrote something to Robin Harris and Sandra. Family members. So-called friends. You might have people, laugh in your face and they fake show you love, but they got a hidden agenda. It's the same way in a lot of churches, right? You understand? Fake love. What's up to N. Maxwell? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Appreciate that. What's up to V. Coleman? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Appreciate you for coming on here having this conversation as we're talking about what does love mean to you for conversational purposes. So I was in reference to talking about family members. Pretty sure a lot of us got those family members out there I love you. You understand? They claim they love you. They want to be in your face and whatnot, but guess what? They want to see you fall. You know what I mean? There's people out there that have played. You said no friends, brother. It's hard to find. You wrote that, Mercy Carr. Um, I'm the same way. You know what I mean? I'm the same way. I don't hang out with the fellas or anything like that. You understand? That's something I don't do. So I understand you. You know what I mean? Marla, what up? Shout out to you. You says greetings. Jonah says, give them Bible, then they hate you. You say Bible, then they hate you. What's up, David Coleman? You know, when I started putting out the truth of God and stuff like that on my Facebook, man, you know what I mean? I could definitely understand that angle. You know what I mean? In reference to, old people that I probably used to hang out with and, was cool with. Once you're trying to get your life on track as far as like with the Lord, you ain't gonna have too many friends. I did notice that. You're not gonna have too many friends at all. You know? B. Coleman says, I have a brother, my oldest brothers like that with me everything. He says, I do. Say he's jealous of it. I don't understand. You said I have a brother, my oldest brothers, like that with me. Everything I do, he's jealous of it. I don't understand. Okay, I get it. Jealous family members. Well, coming from experience, things like that, you might have some family members, they see you doing good. They see you successful. They see you trying to get your life right, or your life is, on the track with the Lord and things like that. There's a lot of people out there. You know what I mean? They don't want to be encouraged. They want what you have in a negative format, in a negative way. You know what I mean? Jonas says, we'll see who in the family loves you at the end when the book of pain is brought out. Jonah wrote, what's up to Corinda Faithful? Shout out to you. You says greetings. Appreciate that. What's up to Jelena Harris? You says greetings. Show you right. For sure. You know what I mean? A lot of us right now is dealing with those type of family members. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to stay away from family members like that for the most part. You know what I mean? I know I put a lot of family members on the back burner. I know I did that. You understand? And hey, it's only right keeping family members like that at a distance. You know what I mean? Negative people. Even I would say coworkers, but it depends if you befriend them. It depends. It all depends, I would say. You know what I mean? All right. What's up, the Bless? Shout out to you. Hope all is well with you. At Bless. I definitely appreciate that. Let me see what you wrote. Where we at? What's up to Let Your Light Shine? You says I'm a loner. In a sense, so am I. You know what I mean? So am I for sure. But it's for the goods. Because all my former friends, that I used to hang out with, whatever the case may be, they was negative. You know what I mean? And when you coming on this walk with the Lord and things like that, you want to keep your head clear. You don't want to even have the appearance of being around folks like that. All right? Let me see where we at. Let Your Light Shine says, I love family and associates, friends. True friends are hard to find. The only friend I have is the Lord. G Money says, love is showing others unconditional gratitude and respect. love is priceless, and one should have love for all mankind, especially a child that you bring into the world. They didn't ask to be here. Wow. Wow. All right. Bless says, you'll know when someone loves you. Where did that comment go? If you get sick, for sure. Uh-oh. That's a good one right there. That's a good one. That is a good one. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people walk away. Once a person gets sick, whether they get cancer or any type of crazy sickness, you know what I mean? You'll definitely see who really loves you, who's going to be there for you, who's going to put up with what you're going through. You know what I mean? All right? Robin Harris says, I can definitely understand that. You said some people you have to love from a distance. You got that right. Especially family members. Especially. All right? Jonah wrote Matthew 10:36. Matthew 10:36. All right? G Money, he wrote, love is showing others unconditional gratitude and respect. Love is priceless, and one should have love for all mankind, especially a child that you bring into the world. They didn't ask to be here. I think I read that one already. We see a couple of deleted messages and booted people. Shout out to the moderators out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to the moderators. Appreciate that. And Maxwell says, some people is something is when they see God, they going to ask for forgiveness for all the bad things. You put they have, I guess you meant they have done. Understandable. I got you. Violet says, greetings. Thema, what up? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Henry Ross? Mercy Carr says, no way, you got to stay right there until the end. I must say that's unconditional love. You know what I mean? So Valid, you says love is legs. You said love is legs open very easy. Huh? What are you talking about? That sound like something I think Gino said. That's what it sounds like. I think Gino said that. That's what I think. You know what I mean? I think Gino Jennings said that one time, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You know? And I think he was making reference to those who think sex is love. You know what I mean? He wasn't talking about that in general, in general type of sense. You know what I mean? All right? Henry Ross says, holiness is true love, but Christianity is hate. Oh, man, y'all hilarious. All right? Let me see. Corinna said he did say that. For sure. I know I remember that. All right? Valid says, Gino did say that. He was preaching to the young girls. Oh, okay. I got you. What's up to David B? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Appreciate that as we talking about this conversation that we got going. All right? And you spoke about unconditional love at Mercy Carr. That's key right there. All right? Let me see if I missed anybody. Forgive me if I have. What's up to Drago? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Appreciate that. Valor says moderators making bank working for Tony. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? What's up to Linda D? Shout out to you. What this guy be talking about, man? Yeah, man. All right, Jonah, you wrote about another moderator. Oh yeah, we got some moderators out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some of those out here. You know? All right. Corinda says, is it bad to not really know what real love is, even in your 30s? I really don't have a definition or experience it outside of family. Well, I'm not no expert at this or anything like that. You know what I mean? That's why I like to hear from the people as far as like in a conversational way. I believe it all depends what's the classifying, like a friendship or marriage or family members and stuff like that, kids, you know. All right, Valid says nothing can love you like a loyal dog. Look at this idiot, man. You trying to get me started. You understand? You trying to get me started, man. I'm trying to keep the engine down. You understand? Herd Wise, what up, Herd Wise? What up, what up, what up? Herd Wise says, I got blocked yesterday by somebody. Yeah, I saw that. I checked my block list. You know what I mean? I sure checked my block list and I removed you. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe. I don't know. But when I checked my block list, I saw Herd Wise up there. I said, this man don't say nothing wrong. What's going on? Unless it was an accident. Sometimes from the mobile phone on my end, sometimes it could just click and block a person or put it in timeout. So I don't know how you got there. All right? Maybe it was a mistake. All right, Jonah, you making reference to Noob Sabat really got down on Wayne. Oh, man. He said Noob Sabat got down on Wayne. All right, Drago, you says, can I get an interview to be a mod for you? Well, let me see. What is your social media? I need to know your social media. You know what I mean? I need to know that. Making sure, you know, everything is copacetic. Although some of us still got little things to clean up, you know, I still give people, you know, a chance. I still got things to clean up, you know, whatever the case may be, you know. But hey, as long as the person is like, you know, loyal or whatever the case may be and don't take things personal, it's all good. All right? G Money said, that is when you can put true love to the test when it comes to something catastrophic, like one becoming paralyzed. Will you be there? Like, what is that? Robert Flock and D. Hathaway say, where is the love? Wow. Paralyzed. Deaf, blind. Cancer. Wow. A vegetable. I think it was this fighter called Pritchard Collins. You know what I mean? Messed him up. Would you be there for that person? Lord forbid they get into a car crash. Lose both their arms and both their legs. Would you be there for them? And not for the settlement check, but because you love them. Yeah, okay. You got some people out there, they'll be in an accident because they know that person's going to get a nice check. You know? All right, Valor says, think about it, Tony. A dog can never betray you. I don't know. I don't like dogs. There's no pets in my place, and I don't want one. You understand? But that's a lie. You know how many dogs done turned on their masters and unalived them? That's a dumb comment right there. You know what I mean? All right? Henry Ross says, PJ was speaking of the so-called love within them heathens who sprout, I guess you meant sprout the word love, but not understanding that they're sprouting lust, aka legs, under stress, very timid. I didn't get it. I don't understand. Help me understand that at Henry Ross. Elaborate a little bit more. All right. Heard Wise. Appreciate that. Thank you for tuning into that video. Drago says I deleted in 2014. Understandable. It all depends. I see people often on here, and I tend to maybe ask them if they're interested in becoming a moderator. And if the people like this person as a moderator or want to see them as a moderator, then hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm open to giving people, opportunities and chances, and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yo, these comments is funny. All right, Mercy Carr said, you stay right there. That's true love. No matter what, be there. Wow. G Money says, T, you might be too young to know about that song. You're right. I don't know about that. You understand? I don't know about that. Now, if you say something like Blackstreet, before I let you go, you understand? You might get a Gap Band song out of me. You understand? You might. You might get a Jodeci song. You know what I mean? Oh, y'all hear this man? He talking about secular artists and whatnot. He's of the devil. He said, where's the love? He came out. I still remember those songs and artists. I'm pretty sure some people still remember the Gap Band, Charlie Wilson. You know what I mean? Who else is out there? Usher, R. Kelly. A lot of y'all loved to play R. Kelly back in the day, and y'all still do. You know what I mean? Listening to that Honey Love, huh? Right? You said it came out in the early 70s. It's still played on the radio waves today. I'm sure some people in the chat are familiar with it. I'm pretty sure too. There's some people on here right now who claim to be in holiness. They still listen to those songs. You know what I mean? I can admit that those songs back then are a little bit more cleaned up than these songs today. You know what I mean? I do agree the songs back then had more meaning to it, for the most part. You know what I mean? But there's a video that Gino preached and teached on about listening to certain things and watching certain things. It all depends. It all depends what it is. You know what I mean? It all depends. And Gino said, listen, you ain't going to make love to gospel music, sanctified music. Cut it out. You know what I mean? Cut it out. You put a sanctified song on with you and your spouse, you're all right. Some people need to knock it off out there, man. Seriously. All right? Violet says that the settlement check, why would you mention that? Because it's true. Lord forbid, I see, I watch accidents on YouTube and stuff like that. People get like, $1 million settlement checks, $10 million, $25 million for an accident. And family members, they know the check is coming. They're not there for that person because they want to help take care of them. They're there because they want a piece of that money. You know what I mean? All right? Hey, Jonah, you funny. Violet says, Tony is not, I guess you meant stingy with money? Well, it all depends. It all depends. Mercy Carr says, no money for me. It's their health to get the best doctor to do whatever they can do to better his or her condition. I guess you mean health condition. Jonah says, I vote Drago into the mod squad. Okay. What's up to Mr. Ham? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. What's up to Rashida? Shout out to you. Oh, they talking about R&B music now. Corinna says, oh, the 90s R&B used to be my genre. Somebody, you said Marvin Gaye. Uh-oh. I think I saw Jonas said, keep sweat. What's up to Eva? Rashida says, I remember those songs as well. Yes, they did have more meaning to them. Mercy Carr said, it was more about love music, not today music. G Money says, I agree, music was more cleaner and smoother back in the day. Jonas says, had to let that Keith Sweat go. Keith Sweat. The singer who begs. Keith Sweat. What's up to Jen? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. He said H-Town and Jodeci. G Money said true love is unbiased. You said true love is being able to forgive as well. You says, however, you may not ever forget. Understand at G Money. Henry Ross says, you says typo. You put legs under stress, open timidly. What do you mean by that, Henry Ross? You got to elaborate a little bit more on that one. At Henry Ross. Help me to understand that one, Mr. Henry. You know, as we're going through the comments and whatnot. Was that a typo at her wise? Let me know, was that a typo? All right. Jonas says, you might get Tony with the O word. The O word. What do you mean? The O word. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what Marlo wrote. He wrote, like love. Loyalty. Yeah, he got me with that one. I don't even know what that word is. That word looks Spanish. You said vigilant and endearing. You right about that. I don't know about that O word, man. I really don't know. Rashida says everybody was always saying Keith Sweat was a beggar. But there were a lot of love songs like him from different artists as well. You know, understandable. Valid says, can I be there for both the settlement check and the person? But why would you want to be there for the money? For what? If the person find in their heart to want to give you some money, that's fine. If they don't, you still got to be there. You still got to be there. You know what I mean? You can't be bitter if somebody said, listen, I'm not giving you none of my $25 million out of this settlement check. You ain't getting nothing. You understand? What you going to do? You going to leave them because they don't want to give you no money? You understand? Listen, true love, a person is not worrying about the settlement check. They're worrying about the well-being of that person who was in that accident. The settlement check shouldn't even be on your mind. It shouldn't even be on your mind at all. You know what I mean? I had a family member. He had a run-in with the police in Jersey City, New Jersey. You know what I mean? He was a weed head. You know what I mean? He was a knucklehead. And he had a run-in with the police. And I guess the police beat him up and ran him over. He got a settlement check. You know what I mean? He got a settlement check. I'm not there for no settlement check. You know what I mean? You're there for the well-being. Well, he spent it all, but you know, what a fool. But you're there for the person. All right? Henry Ross says, I was trying to find something that break down the word lust. Legs under stress, that is open very timidly. Okay. Henry Ross. Shout out to Henry Ross. Jonah wrote that word. I don't even know how to pronounce that word right there. Let me type that in and see what they say. Let me see if I can play this one right here. Let's see what that word, what they say. We're going to check it out.
Obsequious.
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 That's the word?
Obsequious.
Okay. That's how you pronounce that word. Obsequious. See, I got it. All right? Jonas, he said it means obedient or attentive to an excessive or severe degree. All right? Corinda says, tell them to keep the settlement check for themselves. Absolutely. Marlo says, obsequious equals she is compliant, she is obedient. Valid. Corinna says, I was so pronouncing it wrong. It's all good. He says, I know this is out of context, but what is Rance Allen singing is holy? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know. G Money says, you have opened up the Keep Sweat apology line in the Washington, D.C. late night music program called The Quiet Storm, featuring the main song by Smokey Robinson. Listen, I don't even know what songs by Smokey Robinson. That's not my time. You know what I mean? But I've heard of him. Jenju says, someone close to me started an argument today with me, then tried gaslighting me into thinking it was my fault. He says, typical psychotic behavior. Took everything in me not to curse them out. Wow. Wow. Jonah says, we learned something today. Absolutely. And Jonah says, Lord, help us. For sure. You know, sometimes we come across people like that, Jen. You know, and I know sometimes, you know, it's even, you know, like you said, people are close to us, can get us in the mood to do, want to do certain things. But of course, we got to think about it for the most part. You know what I mean? Because we don't want our anger to do something that we're going to regret later on. You know? What's up, the Lone Star? Lone Star. Why that name sound familiar? That name sound familiar. What's up, the Lone Star? David B says, you said Gino called Rance Allen a devil. Oh, wow. I never listened to Rance Allen. I don't know. What is he about? All right? Now, I really don't want to look him up. I really don't want to look him up. You know what I mean? I really don't. Jinju says he was a troll. Oh, Lone Star, you was a troll? Let me check out your YouTube channel. I think you might have emailed me, right? Yeah, you did. You did. Okay, now it's coming back to my mind. I think you emailed me. David B said he's from Matthews Group. Okay. Henry Ross says, all these Hollywood R&B singers are all beggars, and only beggars. That's why their relationship don't last, because it's just a flirt filthy. All right, Linda D says, man, love has a line. You got to be willing to cross over and keep on walking without looking back. Folk will run you down when they know genuine love is involved. Lone Star says, I was on your platform. He says, come on now. Well, hey, what you saying come on now? Like I'm supposed to remember automatically. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who's on the platform. There's a lot of people who email me. I can't keep up with everybody. Sometimes I forget. I'm human. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't even remember what we ate yesterday for breakfast. You understand? So sometimes I do forget. Right? Travel says, I might have a bad minute or a bad out, but never a bad day. The Holy Spirit controls my temper. That quote sounds familiar. That sounds real familiar. I think Deion Sanders said that. I think that was a quote that Deion Sanders recently said. Sound real familiar. Valid says, so if the person is giving me some of the settlement money, I have to say no. You says, come on now. What is this guy talking about? I don't even know what he's talking about, man. G Money says Rance Allen is now deceased. He was a secular gospel singer and so-called minister of the Church of God in Christ. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, what's up, the Frozen Mountain? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Travis said that's an old Southern saying. Oh, okay, cool. Henry Ross says, what will you call Skittles' so-called love, because they are love sprouting the word love? Invalid. Invalid love. That's invalid love right there. Skittles. You know what I mean? Highly invalid love for the most part. What's up to Shelly House? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Thank you for joining us. All right. Lone Star says, I was just coming in to say 1 John 4 and 8, you says God is love. Okay. You say God is love. Okay, break it down if you have a friendship. You know what I mean? One has to know how to break it down. You could say God is love, but you still got to know how to apply that. What actions are you applying with a friend or with your family members? You can quote the scriptures, but you still got to show action that you love your mother, right? You know what I mean? Hey, Chen, you funny. you still gotta show action that you love your sister, right? You know what I mean? So folks will quote scripture all day, but you still gotta show that love to that friend. You know what I mean? You still gotta show it. Right? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Listen, today's my mother's birthday. You know what I mean? How did I show my mother love? By not disrespecting her ever. You understand that? Sometimes you get your mother flowers just because. You know what I mean? Appreciate your mother. Give your mother some money just because. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. Look at this idiot, Marshall Water. Come on, man. Nobody trying to have that discussion, man. I'm on here talking about what does love mean to you. All right? G Money says, Deion Sanders' favorite quote is, must be the money. Oh, man. That's a funny song. He explained what he meant by that song, but that's a funny song right there. All right, Gin Juice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Gin Juice. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. All right, Lone Star says, I agree we must be doers of the word. Travis says, God is also a father that punishing. Okay, what that has to do? I don't get some of the comments. Jonah said, there's some Jezebels out there, Lord knows. Okay, yeah, man. It is. You know what I mean? It is. You're right. At Jonah. Appreciate that at Jen. And Mercy Carr. Frozen Mountain says, love is, in my opinion, discipline, education, and respect. With something. I agree with you. I agree with you. Because anybody out there, right? You're going to appreciate your mother. You're going to appreciate your grandma. You know what I mean? Listen, a lot of us, we stay away from our cousins. Them thieving cousins. Them always got their hand out cousins. Hey, cuz, you got a couple dollars? Them drunk uncles out there. You understand? I know a lot of us, we certify mommy, a lot of mothers, grandma, aunties out here. Some uncles. Some. A lot of cousins. You understand? You might have a very few good cousins. But the rest of them, no. They always got their hand out. They sweet talk you. Then after all that, you got $50 I could borrow, and they owe you $300 from 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah. Right? Shelly Hobbs says, I love Barry White because his music made you fall in love. Okay. Appreciate that, Henry Ross. Rashida. Gladys says, love is a word people don't stay the same. R. Harris says, it's about respect, understanding one another, growth. Love is beautiful when it's mutual. All right. Jen says, and Delilah's too. You also mentioned mooching cousins. Corinna says, so sounds like love differently, depending on who you're expressing or showing it to. You're right about that. You're right about that for sure. You know what I mean? And now we're going to get some more comments in a bit. Aaron Michael says, I can't appreciate my mother or mother's mom because they are unalive. What? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Do you not appreciate the times that when they was here, if they treated you right? Huh? Do you when they was here? I'm talking about when they was here. Do you remember the times? Do you appreciate those times? At Aaron Michaels. Let me know. All right. Herb Wise says, I'm surprised no one mentioned Gerald Levert when it came down to music. Frozen Mountain says, how can one know what love is if they don't love themselves or felt what true love is in a person's character or actions? Good point. It's a good point. Gladys says, when a day I embrace my enemy, he says, yes, like that. I guess you meant just like that. I felt love had hate inside, all was gone that day. Make love, not war. Got you. What's up to Tanya Renee? Jen says, my pops is gone, but I still miss him. And I appreciate him. Wow. And you know what? Aaron Michaels, that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. Marlo says, I don't get invited to family reunions anymore because I bring my Bible. No one will sit with me at my picnic table anymore. Wow, man. You said he bring a Bible with him. Wow. Very interesting. Right? We're going to make this a short night tonight. You know what I mean? I'm a little sleepy and whatnot. I want to get my rest on. But for the most part, you know, Lord willing, we'll be on tomorrow. Most likely on the StreamYard. We might do a recap video, whatever the case may be. But we'll see what we have going on tomorrow. And what have you. I would have a little bit more time tomorrow. What's up to Corinna? He says, my pops was never around me growing up. I still loved him as he is still trying now, and I'm grown. Only got one dad. Forgiving can be loved as well. Well, similar experience. You know what I mean? Similar experience. You know, I remember when he came around, probably when I was about 19. You know what I mean? And I had a forgiving heart even then, for the most part, about, his situation. And, they could still try and want to get in your life, but it ain't like before. You understand? I'm not little Tony no more. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man with responsibilities. But they, parents still look at us as, their baby and stuff like that, all that mushy stuff. But they also got to understand now we got our own lives and our own responsibilities that we got to handle. You know what I mean? I appreciate, him still trying to do what he do, but you know what I mean? I have things I have to handle, for the most part. And it's not like how I was when I was a kid. Bless says, a Bible at a family reunion, question mark. Aaron Michael says, my mother unalived herself, and for that I am angry with her. Gino Jennings said, if a person unalives themselves, then they cannot be forgiven. Wow. I understand you now. Now I understand you. I understand you now. Wow. Wow. I mean, you got every right to be angry. You got every right. You understand? You definitely got every right to be angry. And a lot of times, I think somebody mentioned you got to love yourself. They don't love themselves, they're going to unalive themselves. There's some people come on here talking about, I'm going to unalive myself. I feel like unaliving myself. Well, this ain't the right channel to come on and say that. I don't think this is the proper channel to come on and say that, man. Because I don't care what's going on in life, man. I'm not thinking about unaliving myself at all. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? No way. Mercy Carr says, love is action. It speaks louder than words. And when you see that, then you know how to work it, I must say. Appreciate that. What's up to HVT? Hope all is well. What's up to Janet Allen? Hope all is well with you. At Janet Allen. I appreciate that, for sure. All right. So, let's see if I miss anybody. Rashida said, is love kind? Well, I treat my family members who I'm close to with kindness. You know what I mean? And I treat those ones who I know are up to no good with tough love, but also with kindness also. You know what I mean? I don't have no hatred for my family members or anything like that. I love them all, right? But it's only very few people in my family. You understand that? With, right? And I can also love those individuals that I have issues with from a distance. All right? Leo said, love is patient, humility, tough, hurting. He says, tough, hurting, joyful. Love can secure your soul for eternity. Not a problem at Marlo. I hope you have a wonderful day at work. Wonderful night, rather. Be safe out there. David B said, depression is a tool used by the enemy to destroy us. Depression. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those are vulnerable times right there when one is depressed. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us been through that state before. You know what I mean? A lot of us have. I'm talking about serious depression, not depressed over because your phone broke. Nah, we ain't talking about that. Or Facebook application is malfunctioning. We ain't talking about that. You know what I mean? Something to really have deep sadness over. You know, a lot of people get depressed over little stuff, little things. The chicken shack is closed. The restaurant is closed right now. I'm upset. I'm sad. What? You depressed? Cut it out. You know what I mean? All right? Some people be upset over little things. Little stuff. Depressed. Time Renee says, I know I'm late. Just wanted to say hello to everyone. You all have a good night. You said take care and peace be. Back at you. I appreciate that. For sure. Genju says, don't sweat the small stuff. Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. At Genjuice. Appreciate that. Leo says, real love can save yourself or others if we accept it. Heard wise, you laughing? You said a chicken shack. Card says, you say you stay safe and blessed, you and your family, to all in the chat. Peace, love, and blessings to you and all in the chat. Back at you. I appreciate that. HVT says 1 Corinthians 13 sums up what love really means. 1 Corinthians 13. Out of the King James, I believe. Okay. About 13 verses. You said love? Okay. I got you. Check that out later on when I get off here. Appreciate that. You know what I mean? If you got any last closing remarks, All right, Frozen Mountain says, what are the big things? You says, we are tempted by different things. As Gino said, you never know. People may not have the teaching or understanding to go through certain things. Well, if somebody's depressed about a fried chicken place is closed, then something wrong with them. You understand? Something is really wrong with them. You know? Something is really wrong with a person. You got people being depressed because their football team lost. Really? As if you're playing for the Green Bay Packers. You know what I mean? As if a person is playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like they Saquon Barkley, huh? I see people breaking TVs on Facebook because they upset and depressed that they football lost. Oh man, wait till the Super Bowl come out. Whew. Wait till the Super Bowl come. You're gonna see a lot of angry people. A lot. Now that type of depression, no. You're right, that is wild. That is wild. For sure. Very wild. Mercy Carr says, yes, indeed, I must say something is wrong if the chicken place closed. Oh yeah, V. Comer said the mind can take control of you if you let it. You're right. Especially if you can't get that 2-piece in the biscuit and that CNC soda with that $1 sweet potato pie they sell in the hood at the chicken spot. Oh man, whew. Those were the days. You know what I mean? You take it home, put that sweet potato pie in the oven for like 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? Oh man. That's back in the day. What's up to SV? Shout out to you. Rhonda says a person could be bipolar, the symptoms could trigger them. Wow. Wow. Smallest things. That's crazy right there. That is crazy. Man, some people get depressed because they ran out of aluminum foil or something like that. Cooking spray. Hot sauce. I don't know. I don't know about that. Now, if it's like a death in the family, a job loss, maybe a breakup, a separation, sickness then came about, things like that, I can understand why people be sad, a person would be sad about. You know what I mean? All right. What's up to Dioki? Shout out to you. HVT said 2-piece special coming. 2-piece in the biscuit. All right, what's up to Yoki? Shout out to you. Hope all is well. Shelly House said yes. because I've got OCD, and some days it's bad. I like things in order. OCD. Let me look that up. Obsessive compulsive disorder is a mental health condition that causes people to experience recurring thoughts and repetitive behavior. You say you like things in order. What do you mean, like cleaning the house and you know what I mean? You want the juices in a certain spot in the refrigerator, the orange juice to the right, 3 bottles of water up front, the oranges at the bottom. You talking about stuff like that? All right, Rhonda says, it's like a disease. My son suffers from it, so I don't take depression very lightly. Drago says, you take away internet these days and watch how the families react. Internet, oh man, you're right. I remember one time Facebook messed up before. I think it was some type of glitch. Oh man, whew. Let Facebook mess up. Let YouTube mess up. Let this stuff mess up. You know what I mean? I think Facebook shut down for a couple of hours one time. You know, some folks went crazy. Listen, it's not that serious. I know I do YouTube and Facebook stuff like that, but it ain't that serious. All right, Shelly House says yes. Well, you know what? I think I'm kind of like that too, Shelly House. I think I'm like that too, right? Because when my kids come over and they take the juice out to pour some juice, I want that juice carton in the same spot that I put it in order, in the refrigerator. You know what I mean? That's how I am. So I might have a little bit of that. Just a little bit. Because I like things in order. Nice and neat and clean. All right? Jen Juice says, I admit I like everything clean in my house, and I tell you, it drives me crazy. Listen, I'm the same way. You know what I mean? I could feel that part right there. I can feel that. Listen, I gotta have a clean kitchen at nighttime. The kitchen gotta be clean at nighttime. I don't want no dishes in the sink at night. You hear me? I want the stove clean. I want the insides of the pallets clean. I want all that sprayed up with some type of Lysol. That's me. That's me. You understand? That's definitely me, for sure. All right? You know, hit the carpets with some carpet powder with the vacuum. You know what I mean? Spray that air freshener. Come on now. Jonah says clean and shut down at 10 p.m. Yeah, that's me. That's me. You know, kids come over, that kitchen shut down at 10. It shuts down because you get a nice big meal at 9. Then you get your dessert at 9:45. You had a nice big meal, nice big dessert. You should be good. Now, I do allow, if they're really thirsty, you know what I mean? If you're really thirsty, you can go get something to drink. I do allow that. All right? Or have like a bottle of Gatorade next to you in the room or something like that. I do. He says, I don't want no roaches in my crib. He says, no. Leo says, people go nuts without a phone for a day. You're right. You're right about that. All right? Pandemic, lockdown drove people nuts, literally. Right about that one. Henry Ross says, his OCD for wholeness is a good thing. Well, you gotta look the term up, man. You gotta look it up. You understand? You know, some people like Shelly House and me, I like things in order, and it has to be in order. It has to be. Only my kids come to my house. That's it. So if they come and things is neat and they move just a little something, I said, why they misplaced that just an inch over? I'm like that. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's just that we like things neat, clean, and in order. Leo says, when I don't use my phone for a day, I feel lighter mentally. HVT says, word for the day, in order. It's funny. Shelly House says, my clothes are in order, and then my kitchen and bathroom have to be spotless. Jelena says, me too. For sure. I mean, put some of that bleach in the toilet. You know what I mean? What they know about that? That's what I learned from the old folks. Put that bleach in that toilet. You know? Yeah, it's funny tonight. Leo says, can't have most of my clothes dirty for 2 days or more. Clean. Understandable. Jen says, he says, cleanliness is next to godliness. He says, so I'm sure OCD is not demonic. Mercy Carr says, when I'm cooking, I got to continue washing my hands. I can't stand nothing on. When I cook dinner, I clean up at the same time. Everything is clean. Rashida says, me too. Definitely a compulsive hand washer and cleaning surfaces. All right. We're coming to a conclusion. It was a great conversation. And what have you. Definitely appreciate y'all for coming on here. You know, having this conversation. I'm thinking about having like a little, maybe a recap video or a biblical conversation tomorrow. We could be a little longer, Lord willing, tomorrow on a live. Yoki says, I'm lazy sometimes after a long day, a long work day. Understandable. So I definitely appreciate y'all for coming on here. Good night to everybody. Hope everybody have a wonderful sleep, wonderful rest. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm signing off. May you all have a wonderful and blessed night. I'm out. Peace.